Okay, we'll call today's meeting to order. It's Friday, July 5th, 2024, meeting of the Climate Action Resilience Committee. I'll start with the land and water acknowledgement. I'd like to acknowledge that we are in Treaty 1 territory, the home and traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Innu, and Dakota peoples, and in the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation in Treaty 3 territory. So we have no delegations. Do we have minutes from previous meeting?
Yes, and we'll, so the minutes, and we'll need a motion to allow Casey and Laura to participate remotely, please.
Okay. Thanks. So moved. All those in favor? Okay, so Laura is there somewhere. Casey, we can see. So, okay, do we need then a motion to approve previous minutes? Where's going to move that? All those in favor? Carried. On to item number 1, report from the chairperson. I don't really have a report. We had a vote to spend like 800 million with financing costs included on Keniston widening. The city staff indicated that this was in fact fine in terms of its relation with the climate action plan and SEER. I appreciate you can't file a dissenting report on city recommendations, but I think city council needs to have a serious debate over why they want this committee. If that's our major accomplishment, if that's supposed to be our major environmental triumph for this term, and certainly it was being sold as an environmental project, I really don't know why we need to continue to have this committee. So that's my report. Sorry if it sounds cynical, and people here did offer writing up speaking notes, but I can think on my own feet. I can see which way we're doing. I don't appreciate when I have to spend my time doing something that doesn't have a purpose. I don't appreciate spending other people's time because they presumably have valuable things to do as well. So that's my report. Laura moves to receive that information. We can see you suddenly, Laura. We couldn't see you before. All those in favor? Good. On to the report from the vice chair.
Thank you. Yeah, I think at the last meeting we talked about measuring in the operations and in the capital what we've actually spent on climate action or climate resiliency. And that is still a work in process, working with the city's chief financial officer and her team. So my hope would be that we'll have that compilation of information for the next meeting. And then hopefully a way that we can be better at tracking it in the future, but see how they can extract that data. So we'll have that for the next meeting.
Questions? If not, can we have a motion to receive that as information? Thank you. So moved. All those in favor? That's carried. On to the report from the committee coordinator.
Great, thank you. I did provide a written report, but I just would like to highlight a few of the things that we've been working on. So we've held 2 working group meetings in June, and the primary purpose was to discuss motions to bring forward to this public meeting, and it resulted in report number 4 on the agenda. We've also been reviewing and refining internal processes, such as decision-making framework and public communications options. Everyone continues to monitor climate change related processes and discussions from council committees, including Winnipeg's Climate Action Plan annual report and presentation at the SPC Water, Waste and Environment meeting on May 31st. And that annual report is now available on the city's climate action website that was recently updated. So it's a good source of information for everyone on climate. Council also approved CARC's $50,000 operating budget on June 27th. And CARC members continue to attend climate change webinars and keep up to date on different research that is emerging on Indigenous resilience, impacts of climate change on human health and biodiversity. And I'll just mention regarding item 4, the researching methods to align actions with climate targets, that the work proposed aligns with our work plan, sections 2E and 3A, which is related to monitoring progress on implementation of the climate action plan and the community energy investment targets, and it promotes communication and involvement between the city and the community. Thank you.
Any questions? If none, I guess we need a motion to approve that. Thank you. So moved. All those in favor? Passes. Number 4. Who's that with me?
Whoever would like to, so the motion is on the agenda, the researching methods to align actions with climate targets. If there's any discussion the committee would like to have.
Speak to this, Lauren.
I think it's fairly straightforward. Laid out the rationale that the committee is interested in increasing transparency and accountability in decision-making about climate change solutions. And I'm hoping to do some work to understand the options available in different jurisdictions. So
I'd like to move that we accept the report.
So this would, by more by accident than design, there's a special meeting of the Standing Policy Committee on Water, Waste and Environment.
I
In
believe it's-
roughly 2 weeks. the
Yeah,
16th.
the 16th. So it hasn't been formally called, but my understanding is that it's all mostly ready to go and that this will be on there,
Okay,
on that agenda.
and it would move on up after that, or simply
Water and Waste would have the approving authority on that.
go? Well, support this, I just, the CEIR report couldn't have a more detailed list of investment. I mean, it's right in there. This is how you get your best bang for your buck in terms of if you want to reduce greenhouse gases. So it's in there. Council chooses not to follow it. That's a democracy, but I mean, I think we maybe need to have a broader discussion about this committee at some point, but for today, we have a motion in front of us. Any discussion? If not, we'll call the question on the motion then. All those in favor? Fine. That passes. Madam Clerk, any further items? I'm sorry to drag people down here. I'm sorry if my frustrations are shining through, but I don't like having my time wasted and I don't like wasting other people's time. So I think council and senior civil service need to have a discussion about what they expect from this committee and why it was set up and its future. That's my view as the chair. So don't mean to insult you folks in any way, shape, or form. I know you've applied to be here for a committee. I just am not sure really where the city is going with this. So I guess that's on me to try and look into. So perhaps Maura, you can move for adjournment then. You, all those in favor? And we're adjourned.